Hi guys, today I have a game for you in my Tier 10 US Heavy Cruiser, the Salem. Now, I jokingly say a weaker Des Moines.
General
This thing in
orders!
essence is in Des Moines. Really all it is. Same concealment, same maneuverability, pretty much the same everything except for a few key things. One, can't put the legendary module on this ship. So you can't get that awesome get up and go, slow down. You can't do the speed juking. Now, with the changes that they're doing to legendary modules in a slot, it's just pretty much how a concealment Des Moines would be playing. The other small key difference is, and this is actually a huge key difference, I don't have 10-kilometer radar. It gets, in essence, Tier 7 light cruiser radar, 8.5 kilometers, what you will see on like the Atlanta. The Indianapolis gets the heavy cruiser radar, which is 10 kilometers. Now, before we get into the action, I want to, well, kind of pause the video for two reasons. My thought process on why I'm going to take the position I am, but more importantly, I've been forgetting to give poor Griefer a shout out. Griefer has recently started doing YouTube, and I think he kind of uploads maybe once or twice a month. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out myself, but I will be checking it out. I will be leaving a link as in the pinned comment and in the description to Griefer's channel. Go over there, give him some love, call him a shitter if you want. That way he knows that you did come from me. But he also does stream on Twitch, and just because he's from a fake country, Australia, haha, joking, but he is an Aussie streamer. He's a very nice guy, excellent player. He is part of Kraken. So the man knows what he's talking about. You can check out his streams. He's usually on about 3 or 4 a.m. for me, maybe sometimes 5 or 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. He is an Aussie, so you're going to have to forgive the time. But the reason I'm going to this island here and taking up this position, most people play this island. Now, I'm not blowing up the whole map. Well, I probably will a little bit, but I want to take this island out. Now, anybody who's played clan battles at Tier 10 knows this can be a very powerful thing because you can shoot over to here. It's usually where I would put a Moskva if I was on the south side. That's where they would put me because you can control all of this for the most part, you know, while protecting the cap here. But I don't have the range a Moskva does. But what this allows me to do is protect the B cap. Now, the reason I'm going to this island and have decided this is because of this DD right here, the Friesland. That guy has hydro. So with that guy going in the cap, he could smoke, hydro, get the other guy. If the other guy gets out of his hydro range, hopefully I will be able to radar him. Now, this is where luck comes into play. This is all very good positioning, it's decent thought processes, you know, nothing horrible. Somebody would probably argue with me. And they would argue, well, if the DD comes in and goes behind this island, you're useless. You're not doing anything. You know, also, if you back up too far, you know, anybody over here is going to get shots on you. Depending on what's here and here, it's going to get shots on you. Now, mostly players play out over here or right up against this island. I am countering this island and anything on B. These guys over here, if played properly, I am protected by this island. It's all of these guys that are a threat. So that's what I'm thinking. And that's my initial game plan. And that's what I want to do. Get here, support this guy. And then, obviously, assess the situation on what I should do next. Now, like I said, there are very, very, very easy counters to this because of the way the enemy's going to play. And just because spoiler, it works here, doesn't mean it's going to work in the next game. Replace that deity with, I don't know, a Hiraguma, a Shimmy, anything that doesn't have Hydro, and this is no good. Take the Shimmy, or take the Fletcher, have him looking the other way, and this is no good. This is what U.S. cruisers do. They shoot over islands. Oh, look. Got some shell hits. Guy smoked up. Friesland smoked up. Break line of sight. So all the guy has to do, break line of sight. Got a metric ass ton of smoke over here. Minotaur, Fletcher, Friesland. I'm sure the Buffalo pooped something out. But look, I don't even need to use my radar because the Friesland is getting its Hydro. Now, the Friesland could have easily taken care of this guy by himself, but you know what? It was so much faster with me helping. It's 4,957 damage the Friesland didn't have to do, which is probably like 2-3 salvos. You know, just for mine. Now, the other thing is, now that I'm in this position, you know, the Minotaur, you know, really shouldn't be rushing. Like, and this is where actually I'm getting lucky, is that these guys are making mistakes. You know, they're continuing to push, and, you know, don't interrupt these guys when they're making mistakes. Just punish them for it. Now, I got I had the AP loaded because in hopes that this guy was eventually going to turn broadside. But the other thing, it's like, you know what, if I keep the AP loaded, maybe this guy's going to think I'm a complete idiot. I'm trying to play mind games with this guy also. Oh, look, he's starting to turn broadside. U.S. gets better pennant angles, especially their cruisers. Minotaur wisely turns in. Like, okay, screw this. The guy's committed. He's committed. There's no turning back for him. But Friesland's got an island to protect him. The Buffalo can handle him. The Italian can handle him. The Georgia can handle him. Oh, look, the Minotaur turns broadside. Drop his torpedoes. Like, dude, come on. These torpedoes aren't even going to be difficult to notch. The question is, will something behind me actually hit me? But I am so close to the island, they're really only able to hit my superstructure. They're not going to get the shots in on the citadels. Really, Iowa? You really? Like, really, dude? I hate people like that. Took my kill. Well, look, the Minotaur screwed up trying to get his torpedoes off. Now I'm backing up too far. It's just too far, but luckily I'm not engaged in the fight anymore. All I gotta do is go forward, get really close to that island, and pull a knots and hit the island. Guess what? The torps aren't gonna hit me. Now I'm delaying my push forward because at this point, the Frederick isn't pushing. It's gonna take a couple seconds for these things to go by. And I could just get up and go and start moving forward. Like, you know, there's not going to be enough the Frederick can do. Frederick's guns aren't even looking at me. It was Des Moines that was shooting me. Why do you say I opened up knowing I was going to be spotted? Because I can get a couple cheeky hits in on the Frederick. Now, I'm going to push up, panic radar, because that's what you do with it. But I radar because I did notice that, you know, there was that DD. Maybe somebody else can get shots. Maybe the Riga can get shots in on this guy. You don't necessarily have to be the guy to get shots in on him. Now, I know it said I was going to hit the island, but when I was out of sniper view, I did notice, like, okay, my front guns are going to make it over. It's just the rear turrets that.
Our team has taken the lead.
Now, I don't know if I saw I destroyed its torp tubes or not, which is why I didn't say anything in chat, and I completely missed it here, even in the replay. I don't know if I destroyed a torp tube. I do know I incapacitated a few things. And the way you can tell if you destroyed something or incapacitated is, it was the red outline. If it was clear, it's destroyed. Red means just incapacitated. Now, definitely not going to hold this position. You know, too many battleships really over here. No, I can look, it's a Bismarck, because it's a Bismarck. It's 15-inch shells. Well, he will be able to pen my butt. If I went nose in, he wouldn't be able to do anything. But look, there's a Frederick and North Carolina. I don't want to play the nose in game. I will just literally use my rear turret and just slowly move on. I only see one target was shooting me. Oh, that's the DB. This is why you run priority target, because this tells me I can turn, I can use all of my guns. I can even afford to turn all of my guns to use them if I need to against the Frederick. But, you know, the Frederick was very kind enough to eat a bunch of torpedoes, get extremely low, and change his Nurembergs onto something else, and then just dive into Massachusetts. Now I notice 3 targets. Okay, North Carolina, Bismarck. Now I notice 2 targets. I know 1 target for sure is the DD. Bismarck can't be targeting me. Those shots came in from the north. Okay, it's got to be the Buffalo, because I don't believe it's the Georgia, because Georgia was fighting maybe the Zal. And I didn't get whacked extremely hard, but I'm going to focus in on the Bismarck, because, you know what, hey, let me get some cheeky fires. You know, it's a target I can see. I'm not sure what's going on. But I need to be aware that there's a Buffalo and a Shimmy in front of me. I should have had my guns looking forward. To try to maybe anticipate these guys, because everything at sea is pretty much going to be a max gun range. Now, I had the AP loaded because, well, I was slow to change, but see right there, that's an incapacitation, guys. You can immediately switch targets to the Shimmy, because the Shimmy is a bigger threat to the team. Not just me, the team. Now, the Shimmy has inadvertently, the Buffalo and the Shimmy both have inadvertently saved my life. Now, of course, I'm going to panic radar. I know the guy's going to quickly be out of there, but maybe somebody's shells will come in. Oh, look, those torpedoes were meant for me. And yes,
Enemy destroyer
I get the
blown
Shimmy.
up.
But because I saw the Shimmy, I saw the Buffalo, and I just started reversing. And why did I start reversing? Because I didn't expect 3 torpedoes to be stacked up on top of each other the way they are. I'm like, oh, man, you know what? I'm definitely eating 1. I'm probably eating 2. Here is the other key difference between the Salem and the Des Moines. You saw how low health I got there, guys. Hot my repair, hot my heal. I go from being a quarter dead to only 3/4. You get the deep-hearted heal. Now, I don't want to be sitting here because that is a Georgia, and the Georgia won't have any problem going right through my nose. Now, luckily for me, he's thinking, screw you, Russian bias, you die first. Crap, he killed Russian bias, which means it's just me. Now, I'm going to use this island here as cover. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to play Ring Around the Rosie with the Georgia. That's my game plan. That's what I was thinking. Oh, look, the Georgia killing the Russian bias saved the Russian bias from eating torpedoes. Now, you may be asking yourself, why do I have my guns looking at our DD? Because when he spots the destroyer, my guns shouldn't have to move an awful lot. Oh, look how little movement I had to do just by keeping my guns to bear on our destroyer. Now, I should be using all of my guns, but, you know, the Georgia's there to keep me honest, and like I said, just any little damage should be able to help this guy, which he clearly didn't need any, but Hope is better than no hope, guys. Now, of course, the
Our
Friesland
victory is in
smoke,
sight.
so we don't know where the Georgia's at, and my radars are on cooldown. This guy is pushing. He has to be pushing. He's the last person alive. So as soon as my radar's up, I'm gonna hit the screw you button. I should have told the Friesland this. But just letting it happen naturally was going to be way faster. The guy can easily just skedoodle into his smoke again, because he was reversing out to look. And you know, my lack of typing skills probably going to get this guy killed. But dude, your services are no longer required. We love you, we respect you, but all the DDs are dead, and you don't have torpedoes. But I am going to load the AP. Now, of course, Georgia wisely decides to target me. I wanted to make sure that this guy was, you know, gonna stay broadside. You know, I'm doing nice, good chunk of damages. This guy says I can do more. Oh, well, it's Halsey in here. I get Confederate. Good thing that's the end of the game, so I can make so much use out of this. But the question is, who shells are really going to land in and hit and kill the Georgia? They're going to be mine because broadside AP. Now, I hope you guys really did enjoy this replay. I do hope you learned something. Remember, just because it worked in the last game doesn't mean it's going to work in the next game. Every game is a fresh, brand new scenario, and every game plan completely falls apart the immediate contact with the enemy because the enemy has their own plans and ideas. I know, how dare they not do everything according to the way we planned it out. But I do hope you guys learned something from this. I did hope you enjoy this. I do appreciate all your guys' support. Please remember to go check out Griefer and his YouTube channel and his Twitch channel. Both of those are going to be in the description, and both of those will be in the pinned comment. Which means this video is probably going up Monday, which means Friday will be a Destroyer game. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment.